Hi, I'm Phyllis from southernfrugal.com. Well, if y'all been watching my videos, you know we usually record the videos for the smoothies on the other side of the kitchen counter, but the sun just finally got too much for me. I was just tired of fooling with it, so it's that, early springtime sun. It just comes in the window really, really bright. So anyway, we're over on the other side today, and today will be the first day where I've got the smoothies, each individual packet already separated. So I want to show them to you. Now the bag kind of fogs up, so I'm not sure how good that's going to be, but so we've got 4 cubes of leftover smoothies. I'm trying to get rid of that. 4 very large strawberries. I've got 3 blueberry cubes, 4 kale cubes, and 4 orange juice cubes. And my bananas, of course, were frozen, so they're already all frozen, so I don't have those in the bag. And this morning I'm going to use 1/2 cup of sunflower seeds. And I get those from nuts.com. And of course I'm right down to the bottom of the bag. These are delicious, by the way. They're organic and they're raw. So that part is really, really good. And of course I'm going to use the almond milk. So this morning, instead of trying to thaw any of this out, I'm just dumping it in the Vitamix in its totally frozen state. And now the Vitamix with the RPMs, at like 32,000 RPMs, should be able to heat this up enough to defrost it pretty quickly. Alright, so there they are. And by the way, I keep reusing my little bag. I just keep washing it out. I've got other bags, but... Alright, so let's put the... well, actually, let's go ahead and put the sunflower seeds in now. And then the bananas. These are partially thawed out. They came out in all one big clump. And now I'm going to add the almond milk. Shake that up a little bit. I really like that it's got 50% of the calcium needs. No, that says 50% more calcium than dairy milk. Sorry, let's see what percentage. Okay, on the calcium, 1 8-ounce cup provides 45% of your daily needs of calcium. So that's really good. Alright, so I'm adding, let's see, we'll start out with that's about 1.5 cups. No, actually, yeah, that's about 1.5 cups. Alright, here we go. It might take a little while more of running the Vitamix, but I think it'll work. Alright, here we go. Did you hear how the Vitamix speeded up? That meant that there was a area in there where there was no liquid, and that's because it's all frozen, so I'm going to have to get my tamper. So it is going to be just a little more involved when you have everything frozen. Alright, so... I was hoping not to have to use this because it's so much trouble. But anyway, it's still better than having to do everything, peeling everything and all that at one time. Having the little smoothie cubes, I'll call them. Alright, so here we go again. The Vitamix was definitely louder than it normally is. And of course this is actually the way you would make ice cream. See how it forms those little, it's like a little 4-leaf clover. So I'm going to let this sit for, 5 or 6 minutes, and then I'm going to add a little more almond milk to it, and we'll be back. Okay, I waited 5 minutes, and it hadn't thawed out very much at all. So I went ahead and I had to have about 1.5 tablespoons of sugar because it's got to be sweet. So it's really like soft ice cream now. Look at this. And it's very good. I think children would really like this. It'd be like they were eating ice cream in the morning. But anyway, I've already got 50 ounces, which is kind of a disappointment. So I'm just still experimenting with this. One person that wrote in suggested that you just dump the cubes out in a pot and kind of heat them up on the stove a little bit to get them, I guess, partially melted. Yesterday I tried putting the bag down in some hot water, which really super melted the kale cubes, and it melted the blueberry cubes. So this morning I dumped them all in without melting them, and that way nothing really stuck in the bag but just a teeny little bit. So we're still experimenting with this. Here's what I'm going to try tomorrow. Alright, so tomorrow's Sunday, we have church. So what I'm going to do, as soon as I get up, I'm going to just dump the bag of cubes that I'm going to use in the Vitamix, and then I'm going to go ahead and take care of, all the getting ready and shower, washing hair and all that stuff. And then I'm going to come back and see how that would be, because it probably takes me at least 30 to 45 minutes to get ready. So we'll see if that'll work tomorrow. Anyway, what I'm going to have to do is add a little more almond milk to this. Now, would this work in a regular blender? Probably not, because the Vitamix blades, of course, turn at 32 RPMs. That's 32 whatever per minute, I think. Or is that per second? I don't even know. 32 RPMs, whatever that is. And it's going to be a lot faster than any blender probably on the market other than the Vitamix. So I just don't recommend putting this in your blender with that many ice cubes so firmly frozen. Could even maybe break your blade. But when I was running it, did you hear the sound? It definitely made a different sound. Now, this is exactly the way you make ice cream in the Vitamix or sorbet, whatever. And it forms the little round things that looks like a big 4-leaf clover in the top, and that's exactly what this did. So now I'm just at a loss as what to do other than just add more almond milk, which is going to put this up much higher. So that's probably another ½ cup of almond milk, and it is thawed out some, but it's still very, very cold. And I can see we're making ice cream. In fact, I don't think I've made one with ice cream. I might do some peach ice cream today. It works like a dream to make ice cream. All right, so here we go. We're going to try again. Take another spoon and just, yeah, it's definitely thawing it out. So running the Vitamix a little longer will help to thaw it out, but it's still frozen some. And I'm thinking probably maybe another 30 seconds will do it, so we'll see. Don't do that. You got to turn it down each time. All right, here we go. so this is going to have to be long enough. I'm tired of fooling with it, actually. I do think it's thawed out now. The reason it thaws out is because of the fast turning of the blades, and also you can mix soup in the Vitamix, which I've done, and it definitely, the friction in there creates a lot of heat, so it's definitely thawed out now. So it's either this, leave it in the Vitamix longer, or thaw the cubes out partially before you put it in the Vitamix. So, but anyway, I ended up with, let's see, about 55 ounces, which I didn't want to do, but anyway, here we go. So Mr. Bucky's going to have a lot of extra smoothie to drink this morning, which he really likes. Alright, got that much left over. Now I'm not going to refreeze this because I've actually got in here some leftover smoothie from the other day, which was frozen. I froze all of the greens and the blueberries and the strawberries and what else? Bananas. They were previously frozen, so I'm not going to refreeze what's left over this morning. Mr. Bucky will drink it. Alright, I already know it's good. It is really, really good. There you go. It's kind of a gray, green, brown. Gray, green, brown. It's good. The sunflower seeds are totally ground up. There's no little specks or anything in it. But look how long I ground it up, right? So anyway, tomorrow we're going to try it a little bit different. And if y'all have any suggestions, leave them down below. But here's what I'm thinking. Take everything out as soon as I get up. Go ahead and put it in the beaker here and just let it sit there, because I mean it takes me 30 to 45 minutes to get ready in the morning. So, you know, we'll just let it sit there and hopefully it'll thaw out some. And my goal is to not make more than 40 ounces because we have a 20-ounce glass that we drink every morning, and I don't want to have that left. See, it's like, let me see if I can tell how many ounces there. This is marked on here. I just can't quite see it with the, yeah, it's like, 1 1/4 cups are left over. So Mr. Bucky won't have any trouble drinking that much. But anyway, my goal is to make exactly 40 ounces so I don't have any overage and all that. Now, I showed you the ice trays while this was running. If you remember from yesterday, when I froze the greens, they really stained up my little ice trays. Now, these are just cheap ice trays from the dollar store. But I did have to run them through the dishwasher. So the only thing that has really stained these of all the different things that I have frozen has been the kale. Isn't that surprising? I even froze parsley in these, and they didn't stain it, but the kale did. So maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that means something. I know that kale is certainly healthier than parsley or spinach or collards, and the most healthy of all, of course, is the dinosaur kale. So, and I'm hoping to get to the Whole Foods market to get some of that. Now, I'm actually going to try to grow my own probably next fall on the dinosaur kale, because it's very expensive, and I mean, it ought to grow pretty good, you know, like for sure up in the mountains. All right, so I'm going to finish this, and we're going to have our devotions, and we'll see y'all maybe later on today. I really would like to do some of the peach ice cream. I think I've got the ingredients for it, but anyway, especially seeing how this did this morning, it makes super ice cream. All right, of course you have to eat it right away, but anyway, we'll see y'all next time.